The banking model of education is a term first coined by Paulo Freire in his influential book, Pedagogy of the Oppressed. It describes a teaching method where the teacher deposits information into students who merely receive, memorize, and then repeat. This model treats students as containers or receptacles to be filled by the teacher, much like a bank account receives and stores money. The origins of the banking model can be traced back to traditional educational systems, which often emphasize a hierarchical teacher-student relationship. In these systems, the teacher is seen as the sole possessor of knowledge, and the educational process revolves around transferring this knowledge to students. This method is deeply rooted in many educational systems across the world, reflecting a widespread, long-standing approach to instruction. An example of the banking model in action can be seen in a conventional lecture-based classroom where a teacher presents a set of facts or information to students, who are expected to take notes passively without engaging in meaningful dialogue or critical thinking. The student's main responsibility is to memorize the information for tests and examinations, rather than to understand or challenge it. The core features of the banking model include a strict teacher-student hierarchy, a focus on passive learning, and a lack of critical thinking or interactive participation from students. In this model, knowledge is viewed as a gift bestowed by those who consider themselves knowledgeable upon those whom they consider to know nothing. The scope for questioning or exploring concepts is minimal, as the process is largely one way. There are several strengths to the banking model. For one, it can be an efficient way to transmit large amounts of information in a structured manner, especially in situations where basic foundational knowledge needs to be covered quickly. It also helps in standardizing education, ensuring that all students receive the same information, which can be important in preparatory courses or standardized exams. However, the model has been widely criticized for several reasons. Critics argue that it inhibits intellectual growth and critical thinking skills, which are essential in the modern world. By treating students as passive participants, it fails to engage them fully or to foster a questioning, inquisitive mindset. Additionally, the model does not accommodate different styles of learning, which can alienate or disadvantage students who do not learn well in passive environments. Furthermore, the banking model is seen as oppressive. It diminishes students' individuality and their ability to contribute to their own learning, which can affect their motivation and overall educational experience. Freire himself advocated for a more interactive and problem-posing model of education, where students and teachers engage in dialogue, challenge prevailing ideas, and work collaboratively towards understanding. Overall, while the banking model has been a traditional and efficient method of education, it is seen as an outdated model. Today, there is a shift towards more interactive, critical, and student-centered learning environments to help students develop the skills necessary for today's complex, rapidly changing world.